With us now is Democratic State Senator Louise Lucas. Senator, welcome back to Common Sense for the Commonwealth.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back on the air.
Louise, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Thanks so much. And, if we could start, I want to talk about this new Quinnipiac poll that just came out that shows the presidential race in the all-important battleground state of Virginia in now a virtual dead heat. And this is a recent gain for Governor Romney as it comes on the heels of President Obama's whirlwind two-day campaign tour in Virginia. We expected the president's lead in Virginia to increase, not diminish. So what's up?
Well, I can say this to you. We're about to get people energized. As you know, this is vacation time, and people are off with their children, having a good time. Matter of fact, I had a meeting with some folks in Portsmouth just on yesterday, and they were about to leave town and go to Disney with their grandkids. But let me just say this to you. As soon as we get people back off of vacation and we continue to travel around the state, telling people about all of the things that the president has done, we have his accomplishment sheet, and we're going to start just making sure that people understand that message. And then those numbers are going to change. I can promise you, many of us have already committed to put boots on the ground and travel wherever we need to make sure that people get the message. I think the big problem is that right now people are not paying attention to the messages because they're on vacation. They're with their kids. It's summertime. It's hot. But I can guarantee you those numbers will change.
Now, when we interviewed Governor Romney on our show about 10 days ago, one of the comments he made on the show was that, how can President Obama really understand the economy when he's never had a job in the private sector? Does that hold water?
That does not hold water. Let me just say this. You have a lot of people who go to different elected positions who've never served in other positions before, and they do extremely well. You have some who do poorly. President Barack Obama just happened to be an exceptionally talented and intelligent person, and he can function in any realm. So what I'm saying to you is Mitt Romney, he's speaking to a population of a segment of the population who does not like to see people other than a white man in the White House or in any other elected position. Let's be real clear about it. Mitt Romney is speaking to a group of people out there who don't like folks like President Barack Obama in any elective or leadership position. We know what's going on here, and some people may be afraid to say it, but I'm not. I'm not afraid to say it. He's speaking to that fringe out there who do not want to see anybody other than a white person in a leadership position. Senator Miller said it before she died.
Senator, do you...
And I agreed with her.
Okay.
This is not about anything other than they don't want President Barack Obama in office as president, and for all of the reasons that you and I and a lot of other people understand.
Do you really believe now that this is still about race?
I absolutely believe it's all about race, and for the first time in my life, I've been able to convince my children finally that racism is alive and well.
Even in Virginia?
In Virginia, how about all across this nation, and especially in Virginia?
So do you think race, as this campaign goes on through this summer and then through...
We need to have that discussion because it has not been addressed appropriately, and we do need to have that discussion. And I know there are people who are probably cringing in their seats because they don't want to hear it, but it's time that we face the reality that we need to have a national discussion on racial issues.
State Senator, we got about 2 minutes. In your view, how do you think the race issue then ought to be addressed now?
I don't believe the president can lead this discussion because it would be perceived in a way that would not be beneficial to him because the Republicans will try to make hay of it. But there needs to be some kind of forum to deal with these issues. All of the folks who are saying, we don't like Barack Obama, they can't tell you any reason that they don't. Because let me say, first of all, President Barack Obama did not create the situation that has us in this economic mess that we're in. Everybody knows that this stuff happened under President George Bush, and they're trying to dump it on the president, but those people, intelligent people, understand that President Barack Obama did not create this mess. And the mess that was created could not be solved in 2 or 3 or 4 years. Intelligent people understand that. But Mitt Romney would go out and try to play to the fringe by saying it's all Barack Obama's fault. But intelligent people know better. I listen to MSNBC. I listen to all of the outlets, the media outlets, and you know exactly where the slants and biases are coming from. But right-thinking people know that this mess was not created by Barack Obama and that he's done the very best job that anybody sitting in the White House could have done to try to pull us up out of the muck and mire that George W. Bush got us into.
Okay, State Senator Louisa Lucas, we want to thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your insight. We will definitely have you back, and thanks for joining us here on the John Frederick Show, Common Sense for the Commonwealth. Thank you.